Let's make sure we're adjusted. Hello and welcome to Watch Habs Hockey in Rob's Crazy House. This is Rob. Um, well, we have got a lot to talk about. So when after the Boston game, Montreal or not Boston, after the Rangers game, Montreal won. We had a tie game or a tie game. Montreal won. Montreal was tied with Arizona. Dallas was leading 3-0 when I left the broadcast. So I'm thinking just before I go that this is going to be an interesting night to see who finishes dead last. Well, as luck would have it, that didn't happen because Arizona proceeded to score 3 goals in the third period and went into overtime where they proceeded to win the game. They went 2 points back up on Montreal and guaranteed that Montreal would end in last place no matter what happens in this game. Well, that makes it easy. This game is for fun then. Also, when watching that Arizona game, there was an implication there. Vegas had to win 2 games. Dallas had to lose 2 games in regulation. When I left, it was 3-0 Dallas. Dallas had to lose in regulation. They come back and score 3 goals. It's 3-3, and I think the Vegas-Chicago game was 4-4 on Wednesday. So my thought was, it would be really really quite the irony if Arizona could win in regulation, opening the door for Vegas to win. All they had to do was win. And then Vegas doesn't open the door. They lose either in regulation or in a overtime or shootout. And then they lose the playoff spot. Well, it didn't quite happen that way because Arizona wasn't able to win it in regulation. They won it in overtime. So once it went into overtime, it was over. Vegas was out. But, I mean, I was watching that game. Vegas. Okay, they can't win in regulation, right? They did pressure. They were trying to not go into overtime. It goes into overtime. There's not much going on. So we go into a shootout. The first 2 rounds, nobody scores. The third round, Chicago player, I don't know the players in the shootout, so I'm not even going to bother trying. But Thompson stops the third shooter for Chicago. Vegas has a chance to win the game. And no, they don't win. Or they don't score. So we go into the fourth round. Chicago player misses again. Thompson stops it. Vegas has a chance to win. Nope. Fifth round. Same thing. Chicago doesn't score. Vegas with the chance to win. Nope. Sixth round. Getting the idea of what's going on here. Same pitcher going on. Sixth round. Chicago doesn't score. Vegas, again, another chance to win. Do not score. 6 rounds in a row, they do not score. They go into the 7th round. Chicago finally does score. I mean, Thompson does everything you could want out of a goaltender. They score. Vegas now needs to score to tie it. Nope. They do not score. The game ends. And in 3 games, Vegas had 3 games and 17 chances to score. They did not score on a single one in the shootout. 17 straight without a goal. That was, I mean, when I was watching that was unbelievable. So, so that ended that. Vegas is out. The 16 teams are decided. Montreal is decided. They're in last place. So we go into Thursday night. A lot happened before before tonight. I mean, things should have been decided. Okay, let's go straight into Thursday night. So we have on one side Boston beats Buffalo 5-0. I guess that's not such a great surprise. But then Columbus Blue Jackets beat the Tampa Bay Lightning. All of a sudden, Boston is now within a point of Tampa Bay. The other race, Washington and Pittsburgh are within a point. So guess what? In the East, absolutely nothing is decided. Everything is up for grabs. It all depends on tonight. So we got a lot of games to watch tonight. In the other side, on the West, we had Nashville defeating Colorado in the shootout. And the reason that's important is because by Colorado only getting 1 point, Florida now is the President's Trophy winner. So that is decided. We do have 2 series in the West that are decided, although the who's going to be the home team is not quite decided. So Minnesota and St. Louis are going to play each other in the playoffs, and Edmonton and LA are going to play each other in the playoffs. So in the East, we got to wait till the end of tonight before we can figure anything out. Speaking of which, these are the games that are important for tonight. If I can find them on my sheet here. Where did I put them? Oh, yes. Here we are. Boston is at Toronto. That starts at 7 o'clock. And that was interesting. I tweeted about that. In order for Toronto not to meet Boston in the playoffs, Toronto has to beat Boston tonight to make that happen. Their fate is in their own hands because I imagine they still have scars from that Boston series. I believe it was, I'm not exactly sure what year it was, but I know I see a lot of Leafs fans tweeting about that series. They lost in 7 games. The other game that will determine the placement of who plays Toronto, Boston, or Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is at New York Islanders, and that game starts at 7:30. The other one between Washington and Pittsburgh. So who gets to play Florida? Washington right now would play Florida, but you have Washington at New York Rangers. That begins at 7 o'clock. And the Columbus Blue Jackets are in Pittsburgh at 7 p.m. So with that, because the 2 wild card positions are not determined, nothing is known. I see we have 2 viewers. Thank you very much for joining. This is Watch Habs Hockey in Rob's Crazy House. Will you be showing the live game? Unfortunately, no, I don't have the feed, so you can. It is. You can get ESPN Plus. That's how I'm watching it in the United States. But in Canada, they must be showing it in Canada somewhere. But I can't show the live feed because I don't have the rights yet. I'm going to try and get that next year, but I don't have it right now. So unfortunately, I'll tell you what, maybe just because it's the last game of the year, if the game's close in the last 2 minutes, maybe I'll turn my camera around to my TV where I'm watching the game. And dang it. Have a great game. Yeah, enjoy. Sorry, I don't have it. I wish I did. I'm going to try and get it. Then this was just kind of a trial to see proof of concept, I guess, to see if maybe I could do this. I wasn't even sure I'd continue after a few games, but I actually kind of enjoy it. So here I am, and welcome and thank you for watching. So where was I? Okay, so yeah, nothing decided in the East. So the only thing up for grabs in the West is who is first and second wild card spot. You have Nashville with 97 points, Dallas with 96 points. And those 2 games, you have Nashville at Arizona. So I guess it's going to be Nashville, unless Arizona. They've won 2 in a row. So if they put on a great performance again and beat Nashville, who knows, right? And who is it? Anaheim at Dallas. The Nashville Arizona game is 10:30. Anaheim at Dallas is at 8:30. They're all caught up from the last 2 nights. Well, a lot went on those last 2 nights, and we still don't have things decided tonight. So it's going to be an exciting night tonight. I can't wait. 16 teams into the playoffs, and I believe those games are probably starting Monday. I haven't. I saw a tweet that showed the schedule, And I'm like, how can you show a schedule? None of the series, only 2 of the series are decided. And even those ones, you don't know who the home team is yet. So strange. Oh, we just got a award going on here. Got Galley coming out to the center of the ice. I wasn't really paying attention because I was trying to get caught up on all the action from the previous 2 nights. So what do we got here? Got the whole team out there. Oh, they must be celebrating the last game of the year. I'm okay with just hearing you call the game. Thanks, I appreciate that. Is that James Zylestra? Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I saw? I saw the Habs bot actually retweeted my tweet that I was starting this stream. It was the first time since I started this. I don't know how I got on the Habs bot, but I appreciate that. That'll probably get some more eyes on my stream. If anybody knows, I'm trying to figure out what this is. I can't quite figure it out yet. If anybody knows, it'd be nice if I see. If they could tell me. Carey Price. Oh, yes. So Carey Price is back after a little bit of a scare. He took. God, I can't see that. A hockey skate out there. All the players came out on the ice, whatever it was. Must be an end of the year thing. I probably haven't tuned into that before. Amazing. Up until a few years ago, I really didn't watch the regular season a whole lot. I was a playoff watcher for the most part. I mean, I did watch it. And then a few years ago, well, mostly because I've been in the States since 2000. And guess what? Not a lot of Montreal games here until they started streaming them. And then I could finally start watching some. That's been the greatest thing that's happened. All right, James Celestra. I figure Montreal will have an offer sheet for who's that? Pierre-Luc Dubois. Do I have that right? PLD. You know what? You know what I saw last night? I was thinking what might be a good fit for Montreal is Philip Forsberg, who I believe is a UFA at the end of the year. Oh, thank you. Yes. James Celestra says, yes, it is Pierre-Luc Dubois. Philip Forsberg is a free agent at the end of the year. I thought he might be a good fit for the Habs. Also, last night, when he took a shot, hit the crossbar, and broke the crossbar, if you could believe that, on a one-time wrist shot. Or snapshot, I guess it was. He broke a piece of the crossbar came off. I mean, I've never seen that before. I've never seen somebody break the crossbar with a shot. It was unbelievable. So is that what we're going to talk about? The free agent market? So here's a question for you, Celestra. Is Pierre-Luc Dubois a restricted free agent? Or I mean, if it's an offer sheet, I imagine he's a restricted free agent. I have to remind myself. Just want to check the. All right, we're in commercial. We're probably going to be getting started pretty soon. The only other change in the lineup that I saw earlier was Matthew Perreault in for Dauphin. Everybody else looks to be the same. They haven't really. Oh, sorry. There was another one. Defenseman. It was trying to remember, but Weidman's in, and Legassen's out. All right, and the other thing of note, this could actually be an interesting game. He could sign a one-year. James Lestra saying about Pierre-Luc Dubois. He could sign a one-year deal with Winnipeg. Then he will be on the market after that year. I see. Okay. Oh, so if Montreal makes an offer sheet for him, then Winnipeg would have the chance to match it, I assume is what you're saying. I haven't really thought about Pierre-Luc Dubois playing for Montreal, so I haven't given that much thought, but maybe we'll get to see over the summer whether or not Ooh, we have Joe Thornton. By the way, a lot of Florida is out of the lineup. We do not have Barkov, Giroux, Huberdeau, Ekblad, and Gudas. Oh yeah, James Lesher said Montreal has the cap space, and yes, I agree. They definitely have the cap space for that. Although they are carrying a lot of salary to the end of the season. Yeah, but after the season, that will be gone. Yes, so going back to my original thought, Florida, a lot of their good players are out tonight. So this could actually be much closer. So I want to get to the odds before we get started. Oh, and I got to put up my poll question. I'm going to go to Toronto for this one because their opponent hasn't been decided. So I'm going to say, who will face Toronto in the first round? First, we got the games already started. It's in the Montreal zone. We have Boston or Tampa Bay. Oh, Florida's putting pressure on. Carey Price with the save. I got to get this done quickly. There we go. Okay, put that in there as we get started. All right, so the odds for this game, the money line, Florida minus 175, Montreal plus 150. That's a tough one. Even with the good guy, like quite a few other guys out of the lineup, Florida's still a good team. Then I think Montreal's going to have trouble here. The over-under is 7, so that means you need 8 goals to win an over. That's plus 115. The under is minus 135. And the puck line is still minus 1.5 for Florida. That's plus 135. And Montreal's minus 155. I also took down an interesting stat. The 60-minute line, Florida minus 125, Montreal plus 215, and the draw is plus 425. Hey, why not take a flyer on the draw? I think with all the firepower out of Florida, I think I would take the under at minus 135. I know it's slightly, you have to give up, it's not slightly under even, 135 to win 100. Oh, Montreal just scored. Here I am talking about all that. Harris with the shot from the point. They were just putting on a forecheck there. All right, so got to get my horn going. Oh, it takes. I should have had this up early. All right, no problem. We got it. Jordan Harris with the blast from the point. I don't know if it was deflected. Let's see. I'll watch this again. Oh, it was deflected by number 3, Kirsten from Florida, who put it in. All right, let's see. I'm gonna try and get to these, but I'm trying to watch at the same time. So now we have Montreal with another last game of the season. Was it Wonder Woman? Last game of the season. Go Habs, go! Any thoughts on Price? I love this guy. I love the Habs. I'm a 3rd-generation diehard fan, raising a 4th generation. Well, I tell you what, my heart skipped a beat for Price when I heard that he was seeing a doctor in New York, and I kind of had the feeling that might be the end. So I am shocked that he's in this game. I really thought he was done for the season. Let's see. James Celestra say, I'd like to see Boston and Toronto. Yeah, I definitely would like to see that as well. All right, Montreal's got it out of the zone, and they're put it back in, trying to get a forecheck going here. Wonder Woman. Yes, that's for the goal, I'm sure. Oh, here comes Florida. Montreal strips the puck. All right, so now I got to get into this game. Shots are 2-1 Florida. Wonder Woman actually figured he probably had to go for a checkup and all would be good. Well, you're an optimist. Who looks like all was good. You're an optimist. I always get nervous every time I hear about an injury in Carey Price. Montreal with control, taking it out of the zone. We got the fourth line, but they're changing right now. Oh, that was a good chance for Florida there. And it's out. So which line do we have up there now? We have 85. Oh, that's he's still on the ice, even though his line mate changed Barreau. That's right. Montreal has it again. And they get it deep into the zone. Dvorak's out there now. Dvorak, Anderson. Florida could score. Carey Price with a Carey Price-like save right there. Just gobbles it up, and we have a whistle. Florida has nothing to play for here, by the way. And playing the last place team in the league, that's going to be hard for them to get up for. The price is, Wonder Woman says, the price is right. Well, I would not say that was probably a pretty easy save for him. It really came from a sharp angle. Montreal, it's putting the pressure on again. I think that was Romanov, shot it from the point. And there, got Caulfield spinning around the corner, trying to get the puck free. No, Caulfield. Oh, they score again! I'll tell you what happened just in a second. It was Hoffman taking the rebound in front of the net. I think, was it Harris who made the shot? No. Sorry, Savard on the point. Savard takes the shot. Hoffman with the tip and then puts in the rebound. Hoffman finally scoring again. What a horrible season he's had. Net front presence right there. And Florida wasn't that hard on him, I have to say. Although we all know that Florida is not the best defensive team, but is a really good offensive team. Caulfield! We're just on fire here today. Cole Caulfield gets his 21st. Who was James Lestra? Florida will get goalie tonight. Price will stop everything. He might not need to at this rate. This is 3 goals in what, 5-6 minutes? Montreal just, where was this all of a sudden just scoring like easy? Like it's no problem whatsoever. Who's in nets tonight? It's Johansson. He was back from injury. Makes you wonder if he's like totally game ready yet. This may have been a tune-up for him. Not a great start for him. What is it? Yeah, it's not even 5 minutes. And we already have a 3-0 lead for Montreal. But remember, Florida can score, except that they have their best goal scorers not in the lineup tonight. So, I mean, if you give them an opportunity, they can put the puck in the net. But it is those ones. It is the Barkovs and the Huberdeaus that usually can score. And those two aren't in. All right, we're back in action. And a surprising 3-0 lead in first 5 minutes for Montreal. And they're back at it again. You got the Evans line out. And it's right in front again. Pitlick was right there in front. Back to the point. There. Here we go again. Another shot. Blast from the point. But it's saved by Johansson. How about those 2 goals from Petrie last game? That's good for him. I'm glad. Montreal controlling it in their zone. Oh, Tyler Pitlick just wiped out. Bass was a little behind him, and he tried to reach back and wiped out. Now Florida has control, trying to bring it into the zone. Romanov stood up. The Florida player at the point, as he so often does. Okay, I'm going to try and get to all your texts. Maybe in the commercial break we can do that, go through the texts. But right now we have a little bit of action going on. We have 14 minutes left in the first period. Montreal has it again, coming out of their own zone. Perreault gets it to who's that? Anderson. Anderson took a check and lost the puck. That looked offside. Looked like he didn't gain the line before he passed it back. So, but Montreal gets it back and they have it out. Perreault carrying it out and dumps it in right on net. So is Anderson playing with Perreault? I think they mixed up the lines on me. Icing on Florida. So we have a little bit of a break. So let's get caught up on all. All right. So Wonder Woman says, yes. Woohoo. Wonder Woman also said the only thing that would be better about Caulfield is if he were a Canadian. Well, I'm just glad he's playing for Montreal. That's all I care about. He looks like he's, a little bit more development, and he looks like he could be really good. I mean, you're talking, I would seriously believe he could get 40 goals in the season. A couple, 2 years or so from 2 or 3 years from now. Probably 2. Wonder Woman. Oh yes, me too. Yeah, I did. I think he's going to be another 40 goal scorer for the Habs. Florida taking it out. Carey Price just bats it aside. Oop, a little turnover there. Pass right between two players and no one picked it up. Let they get it back. And out. So far, who's not? Mummin. Did a little power move in front of Carey Price, but wasn't able to put it in. So the shots are 5 shots for Florida, 4 shots for Montreal. 3 of those shots have gone in. Here comes Evans. No shot, though. Romanov shot just goes wide. Got deflected. Oh, that was attempted a breakaway pass. Almost made it through, but not quite for Florida. That was. Oh, they just get it. Almost turned it over. Holy bodies. Just, is there something going on with the ice? I see bodies falling all over the place. Like their edges aren't catching. Montreal keeps it in. Tyler Pitlick takes a shot, but it's right in the breadbasket. All right. We do have a commercial break now. Whew. What action right off the start. Great start to the game. I mean, when was the last time Montreal just up and scored 3 goals? Bang, bang, bang. Like that right at the start of the game. I've been watching the whole season. I can't even remember that happening before. If somebody remembers, please tell me, because I just, the whole season, I don't remember that ever happening. So actually, some games are starting right now. So let's take a look and see what's going on in the rest of the league. And so it just takes a second to bring it up. All right, here we are. Let's see the games that matter only. So, Bruins and Maple Leafs tied 1-1. 12 minutes gone in that game. Tampa Bay Lightning and New York Islanders haven't started yet, and the other games are later. right? Oh, Washington and Columbus. Maybe those have started. Or sorry, Washington and Rangers. I'm trying to find that. There we are. They're 0-0. And the Penguins are beating the Blue Jackets 3-0. If the three, so that's if the Penguins win, it's over. They have the third spot in the Metropolitan, and they already have a 3-0 lead, just like Montreal. So, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 7 10 players averaging more than a quarter goals per game, which gives you 20 goals on the season. 10 players more 20 or more goals. Not that they have 20 or more goals, because I think some of them were injured. Some of them were picked up at the trade deadline. Oh, good back check on who's that? I can't see. Oh, it was Perot. Oh, they still have it. Scramble in front of the net. Savard came in and took a shot, and then bodies in front, and they were trying to whack away at it. That was close. I don't know. Is it Montreal just seems to be flying here? Is it Montreal flying or Florida just not skating very hard? I told you it'd be tough for Florida to get up for this game. Here, another shot from the point. Suzuki and Caulfield line out there now with Hoffman. And it's back down the ice. Caulfield got stripped of the puck, and Florida has it. Quick shot. Carey Price. I don't know if it was saved or if it went over the net. And here comes Montreal again. Suzuki with a good move at the line. Weidman takes a shot. Florida's getting a penalty. Montreal to the power play. I'd have to say I didn't see. Was it a hook? It probably is a hook. That's usually the most common. Slash, and that's the other one. I'd have to see. Sometimes I think I should go a little closer. Sometimes I don't think I'm close enough to see all these plays. We're in commercial break again. So when we come back, Montreal's going to go on the power play. I mean, it's been doing better, I think, in the last little while. I have seen more power play goals. Absolutely. Florida can't let in any more goals or this game is going to get out of hand, which is strange for me to like the fact that they scored 3 goals in a period, but if they score 4 or more, I'm going to be beside myself. What a way to start a game. So we have so let's check the poll out while we're in this break. Let's see what's so we have 2 votes. They will face Boston. Well, yeah, well, that hasn't been decided yet. So we'll see. Tampa Bay still has a 1-point lead. So Boston. Oh, I did figure out who gets the tiebreak. It is Boston with the tiebreak on that. So if they're tied, so Boston just needs 1 more point than Tampa Bay tonight, and they will move into 3rd place, and it will be a Toronto-Boston series. As I said before, I don't know if that's changed. I'm going to keep an eye on that. They're still 1-1. All right, the face-off and the power play begins. Montreal digging the puck out. Oh, but it gets sent outside the zone. So it looks like Petrie. And what do we usually have? Suzuki, Caulfield, Dvorak, and Hoffman. And they're in the zone, but they couldn't get set up and sent back out by Florida. Oh, yes. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that. Montreal trying to break out of their zone with control. Dvorak gets intercepted and it's back down the ice. So far, nothing going on in this power play. They can't get set up in the zone. Florida just keeps stripping them of the puck as they enter. I hope the Boobirds aren't coming out right now. I mean, it's just half of one power play there. They give it up again and it's back out of the zone. Time for the second unit. One would think. You got Weidman out there now. And Pitlick coming in. Perot. Now they have control. They're set up in the zone. And who's that? Gallagher? Weidman with the shot. It was saved. Let's see. Perot, is he going to take a shot over to the other side? Gallagher winds up. Pitlick gets a rebound, but puts it wide. Second unit's getting some pressure on. Perot. Oh, yes! Montreal scores. It's 4-0. That was Gallagher with the goal. Gallagher gets a pass from Weidman and buries it. Or not sorry. From Perot to Gallagher, and there it is. 4-0 Montreal. What a way to end the season so far. Don't speak too soon. All right, so let's. Wonder Woman says Toronto's actually winning 2-1. Sorry, I didn't get that update fast enough. Wonder Woman also says it's been a long time since we started off like that. Yeah, I can't even remember. We're getting into territory where, I have to dig back years probably to remember a start like this. All right, Toronto, Florida's trying to put some pressure on, but Montreal gets it out of the zone. We'll get back to some of the texts after this. They're in there again. Shot. Who's up there? Was that Petrie? Oh, Sherratt's on the ice right now for Florida. Oh, Montreal intercepts it and it's back out. Pizzetta. Oh. Pizzetta to Savard, but he just misses it. Pizzetta again with it. Caulfield's on the ice now. That was a goal pass, yeah. Good call. All right, so let's get to some of these other ones. Are you all from Montreal? If you're talking me, I'm not even from Montreal, but my father was a Montreal fan. I grew up watching Montreal all my life. I do not mind watching other games, but yeah, I'm pretty much an all-in Habs fan. All my life. James Lester, I'm from Winnipeg. They need to retool next year. Yeah, well, nothing can be worse than being Montreal this year. Montreal intercepts that. Who's that? Hoffman, it looks like. Caulfield has the puck. Brings it in. Oh, that was a nice little tried to backhanded into the net as he was going around the net. Good try. Try to catch the goalie going from one post to the other, I think was his intent, but he didn't quite finish it. Intercepted at the line by Montreal. Suzuki has it. Back to the point. Oh, that hit the crossbar or the post by Romanov. What a shot. And here they come 3-on-1-ish. But Romanov with a great defensive play there. And now Montreal's heading straight back up the ice. And Romanov has it. Couldn't center it. Still in control in the zone. Suzuki with it. They're probably getting a little tired. Pitlick is out there. Yeah, so they're already started to change Gallagher. And I think Suzuki already came off. So they still have control and they made a full change. Romanov still in there. Evans with a great shot. Great chance. Right in the slot. Gets a pass, I believe, from Pitlick. Whew. We are with 4:45 left. It's shots are now 10-6 Montreal. But Florida's in the zone. Quick shot. It was going wide, but Carey Price gloved it down anyway. Oh man. Wow. All right, James Lester says, cool. He says Winnipeg needs to retool. You know, one of the problems with being an East Coast fan is I don't think I get to see enough of the West Coast teams, which is a shame. I mean, we all know how well Connor McDavid's doing, but I rarely get to see his games. Speaking of which, we do that series is decided. You have Edmonton versus LA. So this is an interesting one. They're only 3 points apart, I believe. So remember last year, Winnipeg beat Edmonton in 4 games straight. So is Edmonton like how are they going to do in the playoffs? That's my biggest concern. They could score in the regular season, but when things tighten up in the playoffs, are they going to be able to perform? And LA is a pretty big team. What's going to happen? Like my impression is I don't think Edmonton's going to win that series. After what I saw last year, there hasn't. I mean, there's been a few changes, but really up front, they look pretty close to being the same. I don't know if they're going to win that series. We got 5 viewers here. Well, welcome everyone. You're watching Watch Habs Hockey in Rob's Crazy House. I apologize, I don't have the stream, but if you're watching the game, joining in this conversation, great. I love it. Let's see how the poll is going. We still only have 2 votes. Please feel free to join the poll. Who do you think Toronto will face, Boston or Tampa Bay? Wonder Woman. I am in Ontario, Niagara on the Lake. Wow, beautiful place. Wonder Woman. Our power play is generally uneventful, haha, except tonight. Wonder Woman, wonderful. Love, love, love Galley. Oh, I know, but he takes such an abuse. His body, like he's gonna be in so much pain when he gets older. I really do feel for him, but he's got such a big heart. Montreal back in the zone with control. Perot gets it back to the point. It's Dvorak taking a shot from the point, which is interesting. Why is Dvorak on the point? I didn't see anybody come down low. James Celestra, I hope Lord Stanley comes back to Canada, either Calgary or Toronto. Teams need to make it happen. Well, I think you just picked the two that are. I mean, how about Daryl Sutter? I mean, can he coach or what? Can he get a team that's maybe average or slightly above average and get them to perform? What? I mean, he did it with LA before. Now he's doing it with Calgary. They have a really good chance. And Toronto, I mean, if they can just ignore the past and just move on and just play the way they play, they could. Now, Florida's putting pressure on, but Montreal gets it out. No, they did have a chance, but the shot went wide. So 4 minutes left. Montreal with a 4-0 lead. That was almost an ill-advised pass, but it worked out. That's offside. Wonder Woman. I would rather see Calgary over Toronto. Sorry, but as a Habs fan, I just don't like the Leafs. The one thing I would like to see, and I kind of feel bad, is they seem to have this first round jinx. I mean, I saw it last year in the playoffs. After Montreal won the first game, they were like, "Oh no, here we go again." And oh, that's a penalty. Slashing. High stick. Okay. It's Tyler Pitlick who's going to go to the box, and Florida's going to get a much needed power play for them. They called it interference. Okay. I thought it was a slash. The announcers thought it was a high stick, and in the end, it turned out to be interference. So, what do any of us know? We all have to slow it down in order to see what the penalty actually was, which gives you, a lot of people rag on the refs, but when I sit there and I can't, yeah, okay, that was interference. He didn't have the puck. So puck goes out of play into the bench, and we will start again. I was saying a lot of people really rag on the refs for making some bad calls. Ooh, shot there from the point, no problem. Out of the zone, good. But when you can make those calls in real time, I guess when you're close to the ice, it's a little easier. Oh, Dvorak. All he could do was flick it towards the net. Not much of a chance. They're not going to get every call. If they get 1 and 2 calls, it's a good night for them. And then in the playoffs, they have to decide how they're going to call a game. And not all of them call it the same way. But as long as they are consistent when they call it during a game, I'm okay. I've said it before. The calls that they should make is if you cause a change in possession from take the infraction, that should be called. If you prevent a scoring chance, that should be called. Other things, and if it's egregious, right in front, Carey Price with the save, rebound, clear. Still 52 seconds left. Oh, and if the penalty is egregious, Florida with control. Montreal setting up the box. Thornton tried to put it in front. Good to see him get some power play time. What is it, like 105? Oh, I thought that trickled through the pads, but it went wide. Just a little deflection. Oh, they tried for the high deflection there. And Montreal clears. Whew. Heart's beating a little bit. 17 seconds left. Oh, they score. I was going to say he was in a perfect position to shoot. Why did he pass it? But it looked like it worked out. Oh, well, you didn't think you were going to keep Sherratt with the goal. How's that for poetic justice? I mean, look, he's in a perfect position to shoot, but he did good. How did he see him? How did he know he was there? Wow, that's a great play. He must have heard him more than saw him. He didn't even turn his head. And Sherratt with the goal. And now it's 4-1. As I said, Florida can score. Don't let them get on a run. That's the big thing. And it's outside the zone. That's good. Hoffman, speed the Suzuki line. Yep. I think we're going to have an exciting one. Looks like my under is not going to pay off. We already have 5 goals. You only need 8 to win the over. This is like watching pond hockey almost. Montreal with control. Is it Caulfield? In the corner. Montreal still has it. Oh, The backhand pass to nobody. Remember when fans were like saying to Drouin, do not do the back behind the back pass. Well, I've noticed that Hoffman tends to do a lot of those behind the back passes. And that one, he behind the back pass to nobody. It was picked off by Florida. It cost a goal, I remember one other time he did it. Here comes Gallagher, but he's angled off. And Florida clears. We got 5 seconds. The shot goes wide, and we're pretty much done. All right, good period. 4-1 Montreal. So I think the first thing I'm going to do, I'm a little dry. So I'm going to take a little break. And then we're going to come back and set up a new poll. So this is what I do when I take a break. Everything's high tech here, as you can see. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, and then we'll start talking about the incoming playoffs. I'll be back in a few. Okay. All right. I am back. I'm going to angle the camera so it's not. There we go. All right. What a first period. So right now Montreal's leading 5-0. Oh yeah, I forgot. Giroux is actually on the Florida team. So yes, it's 4-1 Montreal. Just a little bit of a joke there. Why don't we go through some of the first? Oh, we got a change in the poll. We got 3 votes. Who will face Toronto in the first round? We got 2 votes Boston, 1 vote Tampa Bay. Well, guess what? We're going to end that right now. We're going to start up a new poll for the second period. Let's see. What do we got in the text? James Lestra. Lots of U.S. teams stacked with top players. Tampa, Florida, Colorado, Carolina. Yeah. You just probably named 4 really good cup contenders right there. Florida's going to be tough to beat if they have all their players healthy. That's for sure. Colorado, same thing. But as I said before, these teams really, there's not much separating them. There's about 10 wins separating top from bottom. Really, when you look at the standings, like a loss in overtime or in a shootout. A shootout, I mean, that's like a crapshoot, basically. You know, any team can beat any other team, and it really does depend on a lot of factors. And anyone can win the Stanley Cup. This is why the President's Trophy winner hasn't won in so many years. But if they can remain healthy and if they can play, the thing I worry about Florida is that things tighten up in the postseason. So when things tighten up, are they going to be victim like Edmonton was last year of not being able to score and then have a defense that's not the best in the league, we'll say? Are they going to be victim of that? Well, we won't know until we know who Florida is playing. Although it is looking closer and closer to Washington and not Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh, last I saw, was winning. So let's see where those playoffs are standing right now. I'm gonna get an update. Uh-oh. Toronto is beating Boston 3-1, so maybe they'll be playing the Lightning. Lightning and Islanders are 1-1. And there's still no score with the Capitals and Rangers. And Penguins still leading the Blue Jackets 3-0. So it looks like maybe the standings stay where they are. Any of the late games going on yet? Nashville. Is it Nashville and Arizona? Oh, that was 10:30, so they're not going to start. 8:30, yeah, we wouldn't have any of those games starting yet. All right, so let's talk about the 2 series that are going to be playing: Minnesota versus St. Louis and Edmonton versus LA. And since I'm a Canadiens fan, I'm from Canada, we'll start with Edmonton versus LA, and that will be my next poll question. So looking at those 2 teams, so Los Angeles versus Edmonton. Who will win win this first round series? My poll question. So my thought on this is that Edmonton relies on scoring. Edmonton relies on scoring for to win the regular season, but I don't think they're built for the playoffs. LA's been relying on good goaltending. Like, oh my God, his name slips me. How can that happen? I should know this. Anyway, the goaltender for the Kings is having his best year in a long time. Los Angeles is playing a great defensive style. So which wins, defense or offense? And my opinion is I saw what happened last year. And I just think you're going to get I don't know if it's going to be 4 straight, but I just don't think when push comes to shove, Edmonton's just not gritty enough to get. I've seen this happen a lot with teams going from the regular season into the playoffs. You have these high skill guys. They're used to making great plays and scoring beautiful goals. Bing, bang, boom in the net. Great play. These plays do not exist in the playoffs. You have to, get the puck to the net, tips, deflections, digging it out, rebound scoring. This is how you win. This is how you score. This is how you win. You don't get many opportunities to pass it around and get the perfect goal. And I think this is where a lot of highly skilled offensive teams, this is their downfall in the playoffs. They have to revert to a simpler game than they're used to when they're playing. And I think that ends up being their downfall. Now, the other series, this is going to be a hard, big, crunching series. Minnesota, St. Louis. Probably not a lot of goal scoring going on, a lot of hitting, I'm sure. A lot of grinding play. I mean, oh man. This could easily go 7, Minnesota, St. Louis. It's just going to be a heavy series, I think. So what a first period. Let's back to our game here. Oh, this is the Caulfield goal. Yeah. They're going over Caulfield just in terms of his skill. I'm just trying to remember all the goal scorers we had. Who did we had? I know Caulfield. We had Gallagher scored a goal. Oh, yes. Harris scored the first one. And Hoffman. That's right, on the deflection and then rebound. And then Caulfield with a nice little just shot, basically. It wasn't, I was going to say one-timer, but it wasn't a one-timer. He just carried it in and just took the shot and beat him clean. Beat Johansson clean. Whoops. And then Gallagher with the power play goal. Great pass from Perreault. And that's the Montreal goals. Florida was able to answer on probably only their second opportunity. None of them were really that great except the one they scored on. And that's what I said about Florida, is that you just give them one really good opportunity, the puck's in the back of the net. And it was scored by a former Hab. Ben Chirac got the goal on a great feed. I didn't see who fed him. Probably because half the team I'm not even familiar with. Yeah. Lusterainen. That's a mouthful. I meant to see who the other person was. Heponiemi. Oh man, that's what happens when you have people who are not usually in the lineup. I can't even pronounce their names. So there you have it. That's the So with Montreal, okay, so let's start a new topic here. Let's talk about Montreal heading into the off season. What do you think we need? What do you think we don't need? Like, what should be done with draft picks, and UFAs? Um, what does the team need? The team, number one, I think, needs people who can stay healthy. Something seems to be wrong when you seem to get your players injured a whole lot. I mean, injuries happen, there's no doubt, but there's been a few seasons now. And I can think of since about 2015 to now, 7 years, we've had a few seasons where we've had a lot of man days to injury. It just seems to be keep happening. So maybe that will change with the new management. But I'm just wondering what's going wrong? Why do we seem to be getting injured so much? And this year was by and away the highest number of man games lost to injury. I think at the end it's over 700 for sure. I don't have the number in front of me I don't know if you join these streams, but I am not a stats guy. I don't rattle numbers off the top of my head. So we get injured a lot. We really need players who are durable for a start. I would say, I mean, this year's problem has pretty much been a defensive problem. I mean, we did have an offensive problem. I mean, during the early games, and we won't talk about those early games. Let's talk about the ones now with Martin St. Louis. So it seems like with Martin St. Louis, goal scoring really hasn't been an issue all that much. And we've had quite a few injuries too, but it hasn't truly been an issue. But there's been a lot of turnovers in the defensive zone, giveaways, and just poor defensive coverage this year. And oh, look, they're going over highlights of the Bruins Leafs game. It's just interesting watching it. I just like to see how the goals were scored. Not, but talking about, but you just can't get a really good defensive player and have that change. It's really a philosophy of doing all the little things correctly. It's not a player. It's really an ideology. It's like you just have to know your assignment. You have to pick up the players. You have to have your eyes open, your head on a swivel. I don't, like you said before, I don't want Montreal playing a system. I like them freewheeling a little bit, and I think that's is going to result in more goals. But at the same time, get back on the back check. Oh, we're about to start the second period. Cole Caulfield, 21 goals on the season. They seem to be focusing on him. Does that mean is he like the team leader in goals now, or tied with Suzuki, I believe? I have to look. Who's got the goal lead? Yes, he did tie Suzuki for the goal lead. Well, it seemed like, all right, hopefully we get more people in as we start the second period. I know everyone has to go out for get a drink, get a snack. If welcome back, I do have one back. That's good. All right, so puck up and down the ice in Montreal zone. They're trying to get it out, and they do. Let's see how this period goes. Oh, that was icing. Shots 11 for Montreal and 10 for Florida. Let's see what happens this period. Do we see Florida pick it up a notch, trying to come back in this game, or does Montreal keep? I mean, nope, there's a turnover. The shot went wide. It was from a tight angle. It was all the way down the ice. Perreault is trying to dig it out, but Florida gets it out. Montreal right back on it. It's Suzuki with it now, dancing around in the corner. Petrie with a shot. Ooh, Anderson looked for the tip, but not quite. If you are coming back, this is Watch Habs Hockey in Rob's Crazy House. This is Rob. Habs have a 4-1 lead. And we're just about to drop the puck again. Montreal keeps it in the zone. If that was Hoffman and a behind the back pass again, I'm going to scream. I believe it was. He passed it again to absolutely nobody. He's not even looking when he's passing. Stop it. Just stop it. Caulfield coming in, streaking in. Backhand scores. Yes. Second goal for Cole Caulfield. Wow. What a move. What the moves he put on there. Cole Caulfield, second of the game, 22nd of the year. He now has the team lead. Look at the moves he put on there and just right through two defensemen, backhand over the blocker. Wow. I mean, just bigger defenseman. He would never have gotten through there. I can't believe they'll just let him walk in like that. Right through two players. Kind of reminds me of the McDavid goal where he walked through four players to put it in the net. So it's now 5-1. Great game. Not having a lot to cheer for this season. It's nice to have a game like this so far. Keep the pressure on. Just rack up some offense here. Gallagher at the point. Tried to get it to Evans, not quite. And Florida picks it up. But icing. And it's back in Florida zone. Oh, I have 2 likes now. Thank you very much. See if we have any response to the poll yet, as we're in a little break. Nobody yet. I gave you my spew. I think Los Angeles is the better choice for that. All right, face off, win for Florida, and they get it out of the zone. If you missed it, Cole Caulfield scored his second of the game, and now Pitlick's coming down into the zone, still has the puck, tried to dish it off. Was that Pizzetta? Puts it back to the point, but nobody there. Back out in the neutral zone. Oh, that's going to be icing. Yep. Shots are now 13-10, and Montreal with a 5-1 lead. 5 goals on 13 shots. When was the last time Montreal did that? Face off in Montreal zone. And Montreal wins the draw. And they get it out, but give it right up to Florida. Ooh, a little dancing around there by who's 23. They have control in the zone. I quickly try and find out for Hagee. Icing against Montreal again. All right, while we're in this little break, let's check in on the other games of importance. Oops, that's not tonight. Oh, there's. Come before I saw the 6th goal here. Is my feed way behind? It's Perreault who got the goal. So it's 6-1 Montreal. So that was Anderson giving it to, who's that? Tyler Pitlick? Who did he give it to? Oh, no, Dvorak. To Perreault and in the back of the net. Oh, yeah, I got to get a little bit excited about that. I'm just shocked that I saw that goal before it actually got scored. While I was looking for other games, I saw it 6-1 and then the goal. That's weird. Either my feed is extremely slow or NHL.com is able to now predict game. Oh, Price just got a piece of that. Who was that who took the shot? I didn't see who took that shot. Oh, that's why they didn't pull him. Okay, I just heard. Like, it's 6-1. You think you want to protect Johansson by pulling him. Like, because, but he's got to play. I just heard he's got to play 30 minutes to not become an unrestricted free agent. And he has about 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go. That's why they're keeping him in there. Here comes Caulfield. And he's dancing around. He still has it. Caulfield with it again. Oh! Oh, Johansson just robbed him of his hat trick. Oh, I wanted him to get it so bad. And Florida's coming back in Montreal zone. Right in front. Oh, good block. Pitlick. It looks. No, Harris. Florida still with it. Oh, tried a seam pass. Didn't work. Got intercepted. Suzuki has it with Harris. Harris lost it. And it's Florida's back down to Montreal zone. Oh, he did. Breakaway. Evans. Oh, saved by Johansson. Wow, I mean, it's 6-1 now. I mean, with that Caulfield chance and Evans, I mean, they're just all over Florida. I've never. Oh, Evans scores 7-1 Montreal. Pass from Pitlick. What is going on? Oh, what a great pass by, I believe it's Pitlick. Wonder Woman. What a fantastic way to end the season for sure. And then I heard the announcer say they cannot pull Johansson until the 30-minute mark, or he becomes an unrestricted free agent. So he's got to stick in there for this onslaught. It's unbelievable. It's offside here. Yeah, they whistled. No. Oh, I thought he touched it. Okay. Montreal carries it out then. And it's back in the Florida zone. Ooh, looked like Pizzetta slipped there into the boards. Looked a little shaken up. Oh! Pizzetta shot. That was Tyler Pitlick with a shot too. And Romanov picks it up in his own zone, and they keep coming. Do you think they'll pull him at the 10-minute mark? Ooh, that was a good play. But nobody was there for Florida. Romanov picks it up. Nope. I think Florida said enough of this. They're putting on a little pressure now. Price makes the save, though. I think it was Duclair. Or all right, Wonder Woman. I feel like we can be okay with our lead and say it's a great way to end the season. Yeah, I mean, it's just shocking. Sometimes I'm just shocked by it. I know Florida is not really in this game. They took a lot of their star players out. All right, we got a lot of votes here, and it's just you're playing the last place team. You're already President's Trophy winners. There's just nothing to play for them. It's just really tough to get up, to be on your toes in that situation. All right, so Los Angeles versus Edmonton. 2 say Edmonton and 1 say Los Angeles. All right. Let's check while we're in a commercial break. Let's go to the out-of-town scoreboard and see what's going on there. All right, I got that updated now. All right, the Penguins are still leading 3-0. Got 3-1 lead. Maple Leafs over the Bruins, so they're determining their own destiny. Capitals with the 2-1 lead on the Rangers. Lightning are still tied with the Islanders 1-1. And who else? They should have started the 8:30 game. That was Nashville, Arizona. Where's that down here? Oh, that's the 10:30 game. Anaheim, Dallas. Oh, no, it hasn't started yet. All right, so for those who have joined me, I'm glad you joined me. Cole Caulfield almost got his hat trick. He came in, but Johansson, great feed. Johansson made a great glove save on him. He had his hat. Robbed him of his hat trick, I was going to say. Florida with control here. We're back, by the way. Chirac looking for his second. 7-1 Montreal. Shots are 19-13 Montreal. 19-14 now. So, and then Evans comes in on a breakaway. He almost scores. But then they get it in the zone again, and he finally does score on a pass from Pitlick, I believe. We're getting a face-off to the right of Carey Price. False start. We're going to do it again. And Dvorak gets waved out because he flicked his stick a little bit. I never really did understand. It's really hard to understand why you get kicked out. Florida, I think, has turned it up a notch there. They don't want to be embarrassed. They're putting on a little bit more pressure in the offensive zone in the last couple shifts. This line is doing yeoman's work, digging in the corner. Which line is it? 70, 79. Oh, it's the fourth line. Oh, Florida's going to get a penalty. As I look down to see which line it is, I missed the penalty. What was this? Roughing. You're going to show it here? Let's see what he did. Duclair. Oh, he pulls the helmet off of Weidman. I would just say that's unsportsmanlike conduct, not roughing, but we'll take it. It's a power play. Montreal already is 1-for-1 on the power play. Let's see what they can do here. You got Dvorak, Caulfield, Suzuki, and Hoffman likely, and we'll see who's on the point. Suzuki with it. Oh, passed it over to Hoffman off his skate. And Florida clears. Remember, the first unit didn't really get set up, and it was the second unit, Gallagher, with the goal. Petrie's on the first unit again. Petrie winding it in, gives it to Caulfield, and they get set up. Oh, Caulfield! Another chance. He's sniffing. He's looking for that hat trick. Still with control in the zone. They're trying to feed him. Hoffman could have taken the one-timer. He was passed from Petrie. That's his typical wheelhouse, and he passed it to Caulfield. He wants to give him the hat trick. There's Hoffman with the behind-the-back pass again. Ooh, that was close to intercepted. Here comes Anderson. So we got the second unit on now. 45 seconds left. Anderson just turned it over and back down the ice it goes. Here they come. Who's that? Gallagher with it. Oh, good cross ice. Oh, I should have taken it right away. I mean, it looked like it was in a good spot. Oh, Anderson trying to jam it home. Back to the points. Weidman. Off of the stick. Oh, it was just a little out of his reach. Weidman keeps it in, though. They still have control. Passing the feet of Anderson. Gallagher has it. It gets stripped. Oh, Montreal still has it, though. Oh, Gallagher right at the side of the net. He hit the side of the net. He couldn't put it in. And the penalty's over. Oh, he had the net, but it was just not far out enough from the back of the net. And he just jammed it into the side of the net. And they just keep coming. Good forecheck. Pitlick has it. Shot from the point. Doesn't get through. Oh, Savard trying to put the moves on again and gives it to Paling. Oh, just got a glove on it to Johansson. Paling with a great shot, but just got a piece of it. Johansson did. Tried to pass it out front. Montreal all over. Savard with it now. Back to the point. It looks like Romanov. They're doing a lot of those seam passes. Another shot. I didn't see who that was. Well, now it's going to be a race for the puck, but Price has it. Savard gets it up quickly. but lost. Now Florida coming in with a shot on Carey Price, and he just smothers it. We have a whistle. Whew. Wow. There were some chances there. There's Caulfield's chance. He had one chance there, and then Hoffman tried to feed him again, but he was covered. Is he going to get the hat trick? That's the question. That's going to be the next question. So let's screw this poll. I want a poll. Is Caulfield going to score a hat trick here? Will Caulfield score a hat trick? Typing in the. This has happened a few times where I think I'm typing in the poll and I'm just typing in the chat. So I have to do it again. Will Caulfield score a hat trick? That's the important question. I think he's going to do it. Odds are against him, but he's around it. He's all over the chances tonight. So I think he's going to do it. So in commercial break, it's a good time to check the out of town scoreboard. Let's just make sure it's up to date. There we go. Oh, it's now 3-1 Penguins. Well, that's good for Washington. Maple Leafs still have a 3-1 lead. Capitals are still leading 2-1 on the Rangers. And the Lightning and Islanders are still tied 1-1. And we're caught up. And we're back as well. Oh, yes. Pierre Gervais, the head equipment manager, is retiring at the end of this year. And they gave him ATV for. That was a good chance for Florida, but Price did the right thing and knocked the net off before the chance could develop. And we have a stoppage in play. I'm in probably a heavy Habs contingent. I'm not surprised that I'm getting a lot of yes votes here, as I expected I would. I mean, a lot of times 2 goals doesn't always end up in 3 goals. I just think he's. Ooh, Gallagher with a slap shot in tight after an icing was negated because he beat it out. I think that's kind of like a set play. Here comes shot on Price. He makes the save. 17 shots now for Florida. Price has only given up the one on the one he really had no chance on. And Montreal clears it. That's going to be icing. I'm just listening to see what they're saying about Price, if they know anything more than I know. He's a battler, but I'm sure he's playing. If he's playing, that means that maybe it's just a tweak or something, and that he only has 1 game left. It's not something serious, is what I assume. Ooh, deflected, but right in Price's glove. And another stoppage. One good thing when Price is on his game is that he's not moving a whole lot, and right now he's not moving a whole lot. But the shots are close, 23-19. I would say so. We're now past the 10-minute mark. I don't know if they change the goalie, or are they keeping Johansson in? Back into Montreal zone. Float. Ooh. Pass out of the corner in the slot, but it went off the Florida player's skate. And now Montreal has it back in Florida zone. Oh, Anderson scores! Oh my goodness. That squeaked through. I wasn't sure if it went in. Everyone was delayed reaction, so I couldn't really tell if it was in or not. Basically, just kind of a broken play. Right in the corner. And it just comes out. That little Perot just gives that little tap on the Florida player's stick, and he coughs it right to Anderson. Anderson fires it. Oh, no, sorry. It's Dvorak who tapped it in on the rebound. I thought Anderson scored it, but it was Dvorak who got the rebound, just cruising in front. And it's 8-1. Let's put up a 10 spot, shall we? And it's only the second period. We still have 6 minutes left in the second period. They put up 4 goals each period, and they're on it again. Paling in the corner. Who's that? Pizzetta. But Florida, gave it up. No, not quite. I thought he did. Thought he gave it right to the Montreal player, but I guess it bounced behind him. Montreal's big fight in the neutral zone. Not fight, but fight for the puck in the neutral zone. Montreal comes up with it in their own zone. Here they're doing the Olay. Oh, turnover, 2-on-1. Oh, Hoffman came back. Made it a 2-on-2. Price again with another good positional save. And we're in a commercial break. Wow. So, looking also for the 10 spot tonight. Which could be the next poll for the next period. Does Montreal put up a 10 spot? At the rate they're going, 4 goals a period, they'll have 12 at the end of the period. Well, after such a hard season, we deserve one like this, don't we? A game to feel good about. Every part, every way. Prices, playing really good positionally, not giving up much. He's 1 goal and 20 shots. Montreal just seemingly scoring at will. They seem to be getting bodies in front. That one was picking up the rebound, getting those slot shots. I'd be interested to see how many slot shots have they had this game, because not only have they put up 8 goals, they've had other chances to score. 2 chances by Caulfield. One was both were off the glove of Johansson. Yeah. So that Anderson shot was a slot shot. I'm trying to. Oh no, one was a point shot. Yeah, Harris. The first goal was a point shot. Thinking like at least 10 slot shots. Oh, look at the moves Caulfield put on there. Unbelievable. I remember we had Pacioretty, but he was kind of a one-timer. Good. Don't get me wrong, he's a good shot. But when was the last player You saw him making plays like Caulfield just made on his second goal. Oh, here it comes again. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. That's his third opportunity for the third goal. His third chance. Oh my God. How many more? He's not going to need many more. Oh my God. Here comes Florida bringing it into the zone, but they don't, except that fourth line, which was really pressuring Montreal. I mean, you haven't seen much out of them tonight, even though they have 20 shots. A lot of them, like, not real dangerous. Price comes out to play it, and Montreal has control again. We got 4:30 left. Evans with it. Excuse me. A little slight hiccup here. Back to the point. Takes shot. Gets blocked, but they get it back. Gallagher tries it. Gallagher, always the battler. He almost got it too. The puck was high in the air. He jumps up to try and glove it down, lands on his butt, tries to play while he's down, tries to pass it off to a teammate, and just he almost did it. Like, what a battler. Like, 1 goal in 30 games under Ducharme and 21 goals under St. Louis in 37 games. Ooh, heavy hit there. 55. Who's that? Akari. And again. But Montreal picks it up, and here they come. Pitlick with a shot. Easy save for Johansson's still in nets. Oh my God. I mean, he's still in nets. They're like, the hell with it. We're just going to have it go the whole way. Doesn't matter how many goals they get on you. We're not going to take you out. Remember what happened the last time coach let pushed a goalie to stay in long when it was obvious he was off his game? Seem to remember a goalie that happened to. Pizzetta shot it, went wide. Now it's back in the neutral zone. Back in Montreal zone. Montreal with control, though. Just dumped it in the air. That was Romanov who did that. Oh, good strong stick there. At least got it out of the zone. Oh, Anderson. Oh, got stripped. He was trying to pull away for a breakaway, but couldn't quite do it. And Florida's back. 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes left. Oh, that was offside. Yep. You know, Harris looks like he belongs. I haven't noticed him coughing up the puck defensively, and that's a good thing. So I haven't really been keen on him. He got the goal. But I mean, when he's back in the zone, it's not looking like he's panicking. So that's good. Oh, there's a good play too. But I don't think it was him. And it's in the Florida's, and Carey Price swallows it up. They had a mini 2-on-1 down low as the puck snuck through one defenseman as he was going down. Must be Petrie, Edmondson. Must have been Petrie then. But Elected to shoot, and Price just swallowed it up. 2:12 left. 8-1 lead for Montreal. Shots 27-22. Face off to the right of Price. Montreal wins the draw. It's Petrie and Edmondson going back and forth. Oh, here comes Hoffman with some speed. Oh, he tried to center to guess who? Caulfield. Ooh, Suzuki almost picked that off. And now it's out of the zone. Offside. Okay, so now we have the answer. It's the first time Montreal has scored 8 goals in a game since February 26, 2019. If you thought it was a long time, you were not wrong. That's 3 years, people. 3 years to see something like this. Back out of the zone. You have the Evans line out here. All right, coming back in. This is going to be icing, right? Yep. So in the last few minutes, it's just been kind of a lot of neutral zone play. Haven't been great chances either way. We have an icing. Montreal is going to be taking the face off in their zone. And yes, they win it. It's out of the zone. A minute left. And Florida comes in. Ooh, gets hit hard by Harris. Montour. Oh, as I said, still a lot of back and forth through the neutral zone. Here comes Florida. Looks like they had numbers, but nope. They still have it, though. We have 30 seconds left. Stick handling at the blue line. Take a shot. Carey Price swallows it up. 24.8 seconds left. Carey Price has been just positionally solid this game. No movement. He's just meeting the puck. With the exception of the goal, I mean, Florida has 25 shots, but not a lot of high quality scoring chances, I would say. As a matter of fact, there might only have one really high quality scoring chance. This is the one that got the goal on. Here's 10 seconds. Carey Price with the save again. It's tough when you don't know the players of Florida. It's like that Florida player. So, I mean, they came in. It was he. I think it was what is his name again? Lusterarian. Tried a power move, just and then tried to pass it to another Florida player, and that didn't work. And then the best they could do is a shot from the point. Almost got a last chance, but Montreal has been positioned like the defensive zone coverage has been really good this game, I have to say, because every time Florida tries to get in the open, it always seems like there's a Montreal Canadian player right on top of them. So end of 2, 8-1 Montreal. When's the last time? And we have said that. Well, I can tell you. February 26, 2019 was the last time Montreal has had 8 goals. And we still have a period to go. This is only 2 periods. We still have one more period here. All right. So at the end of 2 right now. I think I'll take a little break first because my throat's a little raspy, a little dry. So I'm going to get some liquid refreshments. And if you're thinking special liquid refreshments, no, it's not that. It's water. So I will be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Okay. And yes, I am back. And for those of you who think that I may be imbibing, nope, it's just seltzer, actually. That would actually be worse for me. I would be even drier than I am right now. It takes a lot to talk for 3 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, whatever. So quite a game we have. We have 2 things I'm watching. So how many votes do we have? 5 votes, and all of them are Caulfield scoring a hat trick. I mean, he should. Man, he's all over the puck tonight. But we will end that poll. My next poll is going to be interesting. I want to see a 10 spot tonight. Who's with me? Will Montreal put up a 10 spot? I probably get the same kind of answers I got for the Cole Caulfield hat trick. I'm really betting. So will Montreal score 10 or more goals? All right. So yeah, they're doing highlights on Carey Price. He has been positionally sound. Really good game for him. Florida has been. Can you say Montreal has been really good or Florida has been really bad? Any by the way, you can always give me your thoughts or questions or anything on the chat, and I will be happy to answer them. I think as good as Montreal has been playing, Florida has been playing really bad. Their defensive zone coverage has been horrible. Montreal, I said it earlier, had about 10 slot shots that I can think of. I mean, 10 or more at least. They've been open. Like, I mean, that Dvorak goal is a great example where Anderson gets the shot off. Dvorak's cruising through the slot, and the Florida player doesn't check him. and he just bats home the rebound. I mean, Montreal's played teams like Boston where they just cannot get open in front of the net like they did there in that play. So, and Florida can score, but this defense kind of worries me for the playoffs because shutting down offense is actually kind of as Montreal did last year. They took offenses and completely shut them down. Edmonton can tell you it's not easy scoring in the playoffs. Florida is a goal scoring team, but the defense worries me, which makes me wonder built for the regular season, but are they going to do well in the playoffs? You may see an early exit for Florida, even though they won the President's Trophy. As it stands right now, they would be playing Washington. Would Washington be the one to beat them? Not sure about that. They may make it to the second round, but yeah, you can't let it all ride on one game. I mean, they did win the President's Trophy, so they're doing something right. Maybe it's just a bad game for them. They're just they have nothing to play for. They're playing the worst place team in the NHL. They just want to get by this game and get into the playoffs. But I mean, look at this. Just not a lot of effort there. I hope this is not indicative of the Florida you're going to see in the playoffs. Probably not. But even saying that, I mean, if you can shut down Florida offensively, you stand a chance. I'm thinking somebody like a Tampa Bay Lightning who know how to win. Look at that shot by Caulfield. I mean, yeah, Tampa. I could put money on Tampa Bay because they can play any style. They can play trade chances offensively or shut you down defensively, whatever they need to do. Despite, they're Stanley Cup champions for a reason, and they're going to be a tough out. If I was Toronto, I might even want to play Boston first because you're dealing with a team that knows how to win if you're playing Tampa Bay. That could be a tough challenge. I mean, who'd they play last year? Tampa Bay played Montreal in the finals. The Islanders in the conference finals, but can't really remember who they played in the first two rounds. Oh, Florida was one team, right? Not really sure. I'm just wondering if they faced any high offensive teams. Because I know Montreal faced some pretty good offensive teams, was able to shut them down with the team they had last year, which is not the team they have this year. Much different team last year. So, okay, let's see. So let's look at the East for a second. So Florida is likely to play Washington. It'll be Toronto and Tampa Bay if things hold. Then Carolina would play Boston and Rangers and Pittsburgh. Carolina's not far behind Florida. As I said, the 116, 120, that's 3 wins difference. So they could be a threat. Pittsburgh's been it looks like everything's come together for Pittsburgh this year. They've had a really good year. Teams to look out for. I said the one that really stands out is Tampa Bay. And you would see Florida Tampa Bay in the second round if Tampa Bay beats Toronto. And I think they could be trouble for Florida. That may be their out. So let's see if these standings are going to stay that way. Let's look at the out of town scoreboard again. All right, so we have. Well, I think Washington's going to stay. The Penguins are beating the Blue Jackets 5-1 at the end of 2. That's pretty much a done deal. Maple Leafs still holding a 3-1 lead. Normally, I would say that could be done, but you never know. I mean, Arizona came back from 3-0. Capitals and Rangers 2-2. It's the Lightning. The Lightning are losing. So if the Bruins don't want to face Carolina, they better get their acting gear and try and win that game. They need one more point than the Lightning. So even if they tie it, if the Lightning lose in regulation, it's 2:54 in the second. If the Lightning lose in regulation, all Boston has to do is take it into overtime. We have the Ducks with a 1-0 lead on the Stars. And it's the same thing. Stars they do not win the tiebreaker. So the Stars have to actually get more points than Nashville. They need 2 points. They need to win, and Nashville needs to lose in regulation in order for them to change spots. And there we have. What are the. Oh, they're talking about the shootout. I can't believe Vegas goes 0 for 17 in the shootout, in 3 shootouts. And now all of a sudden people are talking about we don't want the shootout. But the problem isn't the shootout. There's an incentive to go into overtime because you look, regulation games are worth 2 points. The winner gets 2, the loser gets 0. Overtime and shootout games are worth 3 points. Winner gets 2, loser gets 1. That gives you an incentive. There are more points to be had in an overtime shootout game than there are a regulation game. You don't think about it, but over time that gives you the incentive to go into overtime. You're not gonna if you're tied, you're not really going to take the chance to win it because you could win it in overtime and still get the 2 points while guaranteeing yourself 1 point for making it to overtime. But if you were to go into overtime knowing that you would lose 1 point by going into overtime, you start playing a little bit more like you want to win in regulation. And I think that would do a lot more to deter teams from getting there. Now, what do you do if you get there? Because you want what they're talking about is avoiding the shootout. I don't. Do you want to add more time? 82 games is already. I mean, you already see a lot of injuries, so I don't think that increasing the length of the overtime is the answer to players that are already going through a lot of wear and tear on their body. So I don't mind the shootout except for the fact that I think all games should be worth 3 points. So that you get 3 points for a win, 2 points for an overtime or shootout win, 1 point for an overtime or shootout loss, and 0 points for a regulation loss. Let's see how the poll's going. Are we getting close to starting again? So I have 3 votes. 3 votes, and they're all for Montreal scoring 10 or more goals. By the way, an 8-1 game is way over the over. And of course, if you bet, you would have made $115. If you bet 100, it was 7, and we're now 9, and we're not even done. Boy, was I wrong. Any of these bets would have gotten you. If you're a Montreal fan and you just decide to take a flyer on Montreal, 100 for you get 150 for 100. Yeah. So 4 more goals: Caulfield, Perreault, Evans, and Dvorak. The shots actually 26 for the Panthers, 27 for Montreal. It's actually close. Yeah, that goal right there is beautiful. You're hoping for him to get the hat trick. Are we seeing a new goalie in for Florida? I think you might be seeing a new goalie. You don't want to stick him out there for all 3 periods if Montreal's going to keep coming like the way they have been. Not quite ready to start. I thought they were going to start, but they're still going over. So here's a thought. Who's been good this season and who's been not so good? I know this becomes difficult. Let's just talk about maybe. All right, so we finally utter tax 91.54 gaming. This is the price is love to see. Yeah, I mean he's really on his game tonight. I guess he wants to really put in a good performance before the end of the year. Must be feeling good too because haven't seen any problems with his motion. He's been right on top of it. So what I was going to say is under Martin St. Louis, let's not talk about the Ducharme games. Who's been good and who's been not so good? So I mean, obviously Caulfield is much more improved since Martin St. Louis took over. I mean, Petrie's starting to come into form, starting to look like the Petrie of old, getting a little bit of confidence back. I think, you know what? I don't even think it's St. Louis. I think playing with Edmonton gives him a lot more freedom to move around, to like play more freely. Edmonton backs him up so that Petrie's mistakes don't end up in goals, and I think that allows him to play more freely. Offside. We're back again, by the way. Under text 91.54 gaming. I love to see typo. Yeah. This is the price I love to see. I got you. I hope he's back at price. Speaking of price, I hope he's back next year. He's fully healed up and ready to go for a good season. Full season next year. They do have to really make sure they protect him, though. You can't have guys flying into him. Maybe they need a big body defenseman to make sure that doesn't happen. Since I'm going out on a flyer here and saying probably you're not going to see Shea Weber back. Montreal content to dump it out a couple times as Florida just sends it right back in. They got out. Is that icing? Yeah. So 1 minute in, And Florida's dumped it in about 3 times, and Montreal's just dumped it out. So here, speaking of Petrie, they're doing a little under St. Louis. He has 5 goals and 16 assists and 21 points. So definitely much improved. Here, Montreal brings it into the zone. And Florida brings it right back out. Let's see if Price with a nice blocker save there off a shot. Kept it in. They're cycling now. Florida is. Montreal picks it off and brings it out. This is the. Oh, Caulfield almost picks it up off a broken play. Hoffman with it. Tried to get it to Caulfield, but it didn't go. Oh, here comes Caulfield walking in. Oh! On a turnover, Caulfield just walks right in from the high circle. Oh, what? Oh. Gave him some time. Is it still Johansson? Wow, he's playing the whole game. I can't believe that. Took a little too much time releasing it. Johansson got over in time, but he was wide open. Montreal with control in the zone again. Here we go. Oh, bad pass there. Evans trying to take it out of the air, though. Keeps working it. No, but it came outside. And they flick it right back in, go in after it. Evans pulled it out, but right to a Florida player. And into the Montreal zone now. And out. Good hand-eye coordination there by Evans. Was able to bat that puck into the neutral zone. Florida's looks like they're playing with a little more energy. Oh, that was a good pass. Pitlick coming in. Passed it off to Paling. They're working it in the zone. That was an odd bounce, but Florida brings it out. And they walk into the zone shot. Carey Price easy save. No rebound. 28 shots now for Florida, and he's looked the calmest I think I've seen him since he's come back. But give credit to Montreal's defense too, because they haven't given many really good opportunities. Like he hasn't had to make any flashy saves. He's just positionally sound. Montreal wins the draw. Fight in the neutral zone. Little 2-on-1 down low. Oh, shot by Anderson off the blocker of Johansson. And it's back in Montreal has control of it in their zone. Ooh, that was almost a turnover. Sherrod gets robbed by Price. How do you do, teammate? Look at him smiling. You thought you had me. Nope, I got you. Undertax 9154 Gaming. I hope he has a full season. Will help Price a lot. I think gaining his confidence again. His game can be top notch again, like last year. Yes. I will say yes. You know what I would like to see? I would like to see the Price of the 2014-15 season. I mean, that he was just so good that season. Florida coming back in the zone, stripped of the puck. Yeah, they're definitely putting more pressure on right now. But Montreal clears that. Good defensive zone coverage again. Went into the slot, but Montreal batted it away and out of the zone. I don't know what was said in the Florida locker room, but looks like they're definitely playing with a little more juice in their game. Really fighting hard. Ooh, that was deflected by Gallagher almost in his own net. They had a few of those goals last game. At least one I can remember. Dvorak deflected it in his own net. Montreal going for a change right now. Here's Gallagher with a feed. Trying to get it through. It was blocked by Florida. Man streaking in and trying to see Pitlick. Yeah. Pitlick was streaking in behind the Florida D. Couldn't get it through. And back in Montreal zone again. That they get possession, they bring it out. 2 pass attempts, 1 blocked, 1 fanned on. Montreal picks it up again. Tyler Pitlick, puts it in front right on a Florida stick. 13:56 to go. So we haven't had any Montreal pressure yet. Well, maybe a couple of shifts of pressure. So the 10-goal thing is, unless they start picking it up, is looking less likely. Shot, save, Carey Price. 29 shots now. Look at this. I could do this all day, he says. And we're in a commercial break. So good time to. So Florida's definitely turned it up a notch this period. It is definitely a much more even period than what the first two. Let's see. Penguins 5-1 against the Blue Jackets. Oh, that didn't change because it's still in the second intermission. Wait, actually didn't. My app has a habit of not updating. And yes, so 5-2. Penguins over the Blue Jackets. Maple Leafs have a 4-1 lead with 10 minutes remaining. Looks like it's going to be Toronto, Tampa Bay in the first round. It's a shame because the Islanders are beating the Lightning 3-1. They had their chance. All they needed was a point. It looks like they're not going to get it. And none of the other scores have really changed. Oh, we got 4 viewers. So I will say welcome. This is Watch Habs Hockey in Rob's Crazy House. We have Montreal with an 8-1 lead over the Florida Panthers. If I went through the people who scored, it would take a long time. Because Caulfield is one that has 2 goals, but I think nobody else does. Harris, Hoffman, Caulfield with his first, Gallagher, and then a former Canadian, Ben Sherratt, scores for Florida. Then Caulfield again, then Perreault, then Evans, and then Dvorak. It looks like almost everybody's getting in on the action. Little focus on Jordan Harris here as we come back to the game. So it's been a real good way to end the season. Now, if we could just do something spectacular, like put up 10, that would be nice. Or a Caulfield with a hat trick. I'll take either or. Dvorak streaking into the zone with control. Gives it back to the point. Edmondson with a shot pass to Anderson. Almost worked. Anderson below the line again. Gets a little tripped up there. No call. Here comes Florida. Edmondson putting a little check on a Florida player in the corner. Oh, no, that was Petrie. Uh-oh. Anderson trying to break away here. Couldn't quite do it. Really didn't have the step. Suzuki and Caulfield are back out there again. Caulfield gets hooked. No call. I guess they're letting them play. Must be close to playoffs. Oh, Caulfield couldn't get it in his skates. Romanov has it now, though. Comes into the zone. They're trying to get it to Caulfield, but he's not in a good scoring spot. Oh, Caulfield scores! He gets the hat trick! Yes! Oh, what a beautiful play. Skate to stick. Unbelievable. Wow. And you guys all left for it? Oh, man. You missed it. Caulfield, the hats are coming down. Oh, I'm so happy for him. But what a play he made to get his third goal. Skate to stick and one-timer in the net. Wow. $23 goals on the season. Damn, you wish he had a better first half of the year. Look at this. Skate, off his skate, right to his stick. Bang. In the net. Wow. Well, it's 9-1 now. Oh yeah. This is something to his first hat trick. I am never going to forget this. In the last game of the season, nonetheless. Wow, I didn't know that. He is one goal behind one goal away from leading all rookies in goal scoring this year. In my mind, I mean, if he just played the entire season the way he played under Martin St. Louis, I think he would be Calder. He's just that good. He's just good because like he's got good finish, but he's also got good playmaking. But it's like the total package, basically. He's just so quick with his hands and his feet. All right, we're back into action here. Still got 11:27 to play. Puck comes out. Oh, not quite. It looked like could be a 2-on-1, but not quite. Oh, there was a pass by Pitlick that almost got through in a good scoring spot. Oh, 2-on-1 here. Couldn't quite get it through. That was for Florida. 2-on-1 for Florida. Montreal picks off the pass with control and take it out of the zone. Is that Tyler Pitlick? It's so hard when they're moving to see, is it a 1 or a 2? Is it Suzuki or is it Tyler Pitlick? Harris with the puck now, though. Back in Montreal zone with control coming out on the attack. Hoffman, so it is the Suzuki line. Harris puts it down low. Oh, but Florida gets the puck. And back out. Oh, it's going to be nicing, though. We have 10-12 left. Face off back in Florida zone. 9-1 Montreal. Cole Caulfield with 23 goals on the season, and Oler Tanner Giroux has more with 24. So let's get a fourth then. Tie for the rookie lead in goal scoring. Wouldn't that be great? Tyler Pitlick just put it in. We have our 10 spot. We have both. We have both Caulfield's hat trick and the 10 spot. 10-1. I believe with this game, Montreal's going to be sub 100 in the goal differential, sub minus 100 in the goal differential. Oh, right off the face-off. Are they going to take him out? I mean, really, you're going to leave him hanging in Johansson in there the whole game? That was not really a good goal for him. And it's back out in the neutral zone, back in Florida zone, but they have control. And they ice it. Oh, no, it's not icing. And here comes Montreal again with the shot. Who was that who shot it? Anderson. And back to the point. Ooh, another shot. Anderson with it again, trying to dangle, but gets hit. Thornton out on the ice right now for Florida. And they're going to slow it down. Sherratt. Oh, almost got stripped there. Montreal just keep moving forward. Just keeping the pressure on. They're not letting up at all. Florida now, though, putting some pressure on in the zone. Cycling it around. Shot from the point. Carey Price, no problem. Big cheers of Olay. Oh, another just calmly swallows it up. Carey Price on that slot shot. Half slot shot, I'll call it. It's right from the side of, but no problem for him. Let's see. What do we got here? Under Tax 9154 Gaming. I knew he could do it. Caulfield, I assume you're talking about? Under Tax 9154 Gaming. What arena are they at in Montreal? It's the Bell Center. Just to let you know. They moved to the Bell Center from the Forum in the 90s. For anyone who knows the exact year, that's impressive. That would be impressive to know the exact year. I don't recall exactly. I know it was 94-ish or 95, somewhere around there, I think. But I don't know. They don't remember the exact year. It's a long time ago. But anyway, they play in the Bell Center now. They're in the Bell Center right now. Under Tax 9154 Gaming said, are they there right now or are they in Florida? It's a home game for Montreal. They're in the Bell Center. So that's why you hear the Olay chants going right now. You see the hats flying on the ice for Caulfield. They're having a great time there. Great for the fans. Nice way to end the season for them. Oh, Under Tax 9154 Gaming says, okay, thank you, and you're welcome. We're in a commercial break, so good time to check the out-of-town scoreboard, maybe for the last time. Let's see. All right. Oh, we're almost back, so I got to do this quickly. Oh, Blue Jackets, it's now 5-3 Penguins. They've scored. Let's see. Maple Leafs or Bruins have gotten a goal back. So it's 4-2. Maple Leafs over the Bruins. Rangers are leading the Capitals 3-2. And the Lightning are coming back. It's 3-2 Islanders over the Lightning right now. Montreal has, we've started again. Montreal has control, but it's picked off in the neutral zone. Florida's coming back. Price with another good save. 31 shots for 31. So the next shot will be 31 saves. At least that's what you hope. Montreal 34 shots, Florida 31 shots. Montreal controls it off the draw, and they start heading up ice. So it's in the zone. But Florida picks it up, and now they're coming out. We have 8 minutes left. Ooh. What happened there? Romanov just went flying into the boards. Not really sure what happened, if he just caught his skate or what. But he seems okay, so that's good. And they bring it out. Oh, good back checking by the Florida player. Forced Montreal to dump it in, and now Florida has control coming out of the zone. 17. Schwitt. Florida has control. Try to seam pass. Back to the point. Price save. And Price point shot, but Price easily saves that and covers. Gets a whistle. 33 shots now. And 32 saves. Wow, what a game we have. We deserve this game, right? We've had to deal with a lot this year. At least we get to cheer one good blowout against the best team in the NHL. Oh, Caulfield just winds up with a shot again, going for number 4. Oh, I should stop the poll, shouldn't I? I never even thought once Montreal hit the 10-goal mark. It's a moot point. Try and squeeze him maybe one more poll before now that's out of the zone. Let's see, I had another one here. All right, we'll do Minnesota St. Louis. Oops. This. Anderson. Oh. Round. Learn to type faster. There. That was close. Anderson almost put it in. Florida now has control. Montreal takes it back at their own blue line. Get it out. That's going to be icing, though. 5:24 remaining. 10-1 Montreal. Caulfield had another chance. I mean, although basically it was a stoppable shot, but you never know with him because he's got a tricky release. So Caulfield's had, I counted 3 or 4 other opportunities besides the 3 goals he's had. Oh, puck didn't get through on a point shot to Price. Montreal, they keep it in. Oh, they score. Price made the initial save, and it got behind him. And who was it? 55. Bats it in. Akari. And I have to just go for 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. So now it's 10-2. That's unfortunate. The shot, Price initially stopped, but it got a little behind him. Nobody else saw it. And whoever, number 5, Akari, put it in. Now Montreal with control. They're looking to come right back. Right on the line. Back into the deep inside the zone. So Pitlick and Evans. Evans does keep it. Gallagher tries to pass it to the point. Didn't quite connect. Shots are 37 each. 37 each. Here they come again. Ooh, big hit on Pitlick. As they were trying to bring it in the zone 3-on-2. 4 minutes left. I'd say, like I said, Florida can score. You give them one opportunity, they will score. Price has made all the saves he should have. Keeping Florida to 2 goals is, I mean, they probably haven't got shut out this year. Maybe. I don't know. But this team can score, so keeping them to 2 is a good accomplishment. And they keep the pressure on. They really, I mean, it's really way too little, way too late. A little bit of pride coming in here as they know they've been blown out. Sherrod again, and Price with the leather. Sherrod did get 1 goal. I mean, no way Price could stop that one. Well, the other 2 shots from the slot that he took glove side, Price has snagged both of them. All right, so Utter Tax 9154 Gaming. Florida needs to pull the goalie to tie the game. Only chance, I assume you meant they have? Well, let's face it, Florida doesn't really care. They've got the President's Trophy. They don't care. I think that was the problem going into this game, that it really didn't matter to them, and it was hard to get up for it. Not to say, of course, you're always trying, but you need to have an extra energy, extra, I don't even know what you call it, but just passion, extra passion to play in the game that you're playing in. When you don't have it, I mean, great players can look pretty ordinary when you're not playing with passion. And it's hard to do. And it's hard to do for 82 games of a season and then bring it into the playoffs. Playoffs, I think, are easier. It's really hard to do it in the regular season for 82 games. Playoffs, it's easier to get up for it because you know you're playing for something. So I think that's what happened to Florida tonight. They were not in it from the start. Looks like Montreal was. They wanted to play for something. Pride, last game of the season, they wanted to play for Price, play to show that they're good, leave it all out there for the last game of the season. I think is why you saw Montreal with such a great effort tonight. Caulfield has 9 shots tonight. The 3 that went in, he has had 6 others. All right, we got some answers in the poll. That's great. So 2 say Minnesota, 1 for St. Louis on who will win that first round series. Florida is now outshooting Montreal, 38-37. That's a high stick. Yep, whistle down. 3:04 left. All right, thank you all for joining. Just I want to say that now before everyone leaves. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Was that Sherrod again? Don't tell me that was Sherrod again. I don't think it was him. I saw 2 numbers on the sleeve. This is Watch Habs Hockey in Rob's Crazy House. Garen, I'm going to try and enhance this next year with a little bit more graphics and stuff. As I said, this back half of this year, like not too many games I did, more like was a way for me to like talk hockey without people thinking I'm crazy, especially my family. So I wanted to try it, see if I liked it, see if I wanted to continue. I think I will try it again. We'll try and get some graphics in, a little bit more a little bit. Right now I'm just turning on the stream and doing nothing else. Maybe I hope to get a program to set up some graphics so it's a little bit more enjoyable. Oh, right in front. Oh, look at him. Anderson just shaking his head. He had the side of the net. And he couldn't put it in. Sometimes it's like that. Oh, kept it in. Oh, but now it's out. Dumped into Florida zone, and we have 152 left. Let's see. Montreal picks it up in their zone, gets it around, but Florida keeps it in. All right, let's go. As we're closing in on the end of this game, 10-2 Montreal. Let's give all a cheer. 109. Montreal will have 55 points at the end of this season, which is horrible. But at least they finish on a 2-game winning streak after losing 9 in a row. Back in Florida zone with 46 seconds, and they have control. Pass to Anderson. Oh, yeah, they just want this game to be over. Johansson, instead of smothering the puck, passed it to one of his teammates near the blue line by throwing it out with his glove. Just because he didn't want to whistle. 20 seconds. Are they just going to stand around for 20 seconds? Big cheers. Oh, listen to the cheers going up. The fans are happy with this tremendous game they played tonight. 2-1. And that is all she wrote for the regular season. 10-2. Montreal wins this game, blowing everything, every odds makers. I mean, with so many of Florida's players gone out of the lineup, I'm still surprised it was minus 175 Florida, plus 150 Montreal. Not that surprised, but I mean, there was definitely a good chance Montreal could win this game. But who would have thought? 10-2. All right, so that'll do it for this season. For the playoffs, I was thinking of doing Toronto if Toronto played Boston, but I don't think I'm going to do that because there's a guy you might have heard of, Steve Dangle. He also does streams like this. His is much better. Of course, he works for Sportsnet, but that's why his are better. So why would I do a stream when he's doing one? That just doesn't make any sense. So now we're left with Calgary and Edmonton. Edmonton versus LA. You know what? I think I might want to do the Edmonton series just because it'd be nice just to watch McDavid and Draisaitl and company in the first round. Well, then you have Kachuk and and Johnny Hockey there in Calgary, who will likely play Nashville if the standings stay the way they are. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to end this poll here. No, I think I want to do the McDavid one because I think that's going to be a close series. They're only separated by 3 points. Couldn't play different styles. So, yeah. So basically, I plan on doing the playoffs. I plan on doing one series or one series each round. I'll be doing this broadcast for, and then choose a different team in the next round, and then we'll just keep going like that. So I've chosen to do Edmonton, LA. That's the one I'm going to do. So if you're interested, be putting up. I don't even know when the games start. That's the one I'm going to be doing. As for Montreal, a great way to end the season. Caulfield hat trick and a 10-2 win over the top team in the NHL. I mean, that just boggles the mind. The worst team not only beats the top team, but blows them out 10-2. I mean, who could have predicted that? I wonder if anyone had that up. Undertax 9154 Gaming. Have a great night. Was amazing. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. But I will be ending, as I said, I'm going to be doing Edmonton series for the playoffs. So if you want to come back and tune in, see me talking about hockey during the playoffs. I just love the playoffs. Come join me. Other than that, that'll be it. I'm signing off for tonight. Adios.